Hello and welcome, MRL race fans. We are at the Challenger Series now. This is our Tuesday series, complete with stages and playoffs and all. Now, unlike what we have been doing for the previous, I guess few minutes, or not few minutes, few races, I should say. Our stages are going to be playing a huge factor in tonight's race. We have a stage one of 22 laps, a stage two of 19 laps, and then stage three of 53 laps. The first two stages, these contenders, these challengers, if you will, I thought that was pretty funny, are actually going to have to deal with just worn tires towards the end of the run. However, the stage three, you definitely will have to take a green flag stop at some point in the run. We are expected to have a new winner tonight because Justin Jacket is actually not going to be joining us tonight, and he won at Dega. He locked himself in, so I guess with that being said, he could take the week off. We do have a requirement that if you get a win, you have to race at minimum 4 races in the regular 7 race regular season in order to qualify for the playoffs. But everyone else is going to be trying to point their way in. If we have 7 different winners, then there is one person that will work their way in with points. And actually, one person that is actually going to be doing that is actually going to be our in-race report tonight. That is going to be Gio. Gio, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great, Pat. How are you?
I'm doing all right. Now, looking at the times that we have in the qualifying, of course, we do qualifying different as well. We do a regular quick race here in the Challenger Series, and we have Hunty on pole with a 32.166. Now, technically, Mopower Cat UK, if you don't know his alternate account, would have qualified P2, but he elected to try and get that first pit stall. He also ran a 1. But Monster Racing in P2 with a 32.250. That's a big difference, Gio. What does that telegraph to you in terms of the competition?
That I need to get a little better. I don't know. No, it's everybody in this series is really good. It's why I like to race. It's good competition. It's all fun. So we'll see.
Well, with that, we're actually about to start the stream at, or it's not to start the stream. Start the timer right. Timer is about to go. If I could have invites, please, that would be fantastic. All right, and with that, yeah, we are about to go right now with WWT Raceway, our fourth and final race at Gateway. And after this, we're going to be saying bye-bye to Gateway and hello to Canadian Tire. All 4 series from the Cup to the Challenger Series here on Tuesdays, we have a we're going to be going to the Canadian Tire Mosport in order to get the first road course of the season. Definitely a relief for some and a bane for others. Now, with that, it could go either way with that because road course racing is not for everyone, but we have to get through this 1.25 mile racetrack first and foremost. Now, we've already raced 3 races here and had 3 different winners. On the Saturday series, we had Mayo go 2 for 2 in that series, and then we also have on Sunday. That was another new winner. Hunty, who's actually in this field, is won that race with Xander, who is not in this field, winning on Monday. Now, what can actually happen here? We actually have one opportunity for a repeat winner this week, and that's going to be Hunty. Gio, by the way, can we join?
Yes, get on in here.
All right, thank you. So yeah, we'll have to see how it goes. All right, and with that, we're getting all set as we load in right now. We're going to see how this race is going to go. Like I said, with 100 laps on docket tonight, the stages are very weird. Like I said, 22, 19, and then 53. It's all about speed in the first 2 stages, but then you have to set up for the long run in in stage 3. So we'll have to see how we go here. And we're already locked in. So there we go. We are a little bit late to the party, but it looks like Monster Racing in the 18 was able to get out and away first. The 00, ooh, counting a little bit of issue. And we're going to go 3 wide here on the front stretch right here. Starting with lap 2 right here. Who's going to back out first? Oh, that was a big move right there by the 48 to go 3 wide and past everyone right there. Excellent move from him. But right there, Monster Racing, that 18 Toyota is just sailing away right now. Now, I don't know if he is just kind of testing the waters and looking for the short run as opposed to the long run. But you may notice that there are a couple familiar faces in some new places. You have the 9. Oh, was spinning in the back. That is the 5, a baseball kid. Unfortunately for him, a caution is not going to come on out. But we are still going right now. There is 11 drivers in the field tonight. The 9 of Cyber right here trying to make his first start for the season, seeing what he can do in P3, looking for redemption. The whole idea of this weekend has been redemption. He did not have a good race in Saturday, and he is trying to make it up here with a race win here on Tuesday. Now, that opening lap, Gio, must have been insane. You're sitting right there pretty nicely in P6.
P7. And
oh,
yes,
P7, my bad.
Just hit lap 4. It was a little interesting. I was right behind the 5 when he spun. I think he just caught too much of the curbs there. So,
oh, yeah.
It's a little tactic, but we're spreading out.
And with spreading out very quickly, I actually, out of the 3 previous races to this, the field is actually quickly spread on out. This is probably the first time I've seen this like this all weekend. But in the form of new faces, we also have a brand new racer here in the Tuesday series. That is Mr. Excitement, of course, taking his name from Jimmy Spencer himself. He is brand new. This is his first ever race here, and he's driving the 17 Ford Mustang for Roush. We'll have to see if we can actually see him on a podium here in this opening race. I know he's definitely excited. He's just happy to be here. Recognizing actually some of the names, actually. Keith being one of them. He's in that 22 right there, right behind you, Gio. But yeah, looks like Worscott, unfortunately, must have clipped the apron and maybe spun because he is far away from the rest of the field. But yeah, 11 drivers. That means one unlucky soul will not get stage points for all of these stages here. And we all know that, like I said, if we have 7 different winners, which right now, I mean, if we continue this trend with the 18 just pulling away right now, then we're going to have a new winner. That is going to be... 1 spot open for points. But yeah, that 18 though, set at least a second and a half right now. He is loving the clean air that he's getting. The 48's gonna throw it on down turn 3. No contact being made, but it was showing the inside to his in-game teammate of the 9 right here. Of course, the 48 racing for GMI. As we see 5 cars all under a blanket. Right now, the 41 clips the wall right there. That 41 of Jordan Jauja, that is, he didn't spin from it, so he should consider himself lucky right there, because that could have been bad.
That wall is deadly if you touch it.
Oh yeah, that the 2 making a power move around his real teammate of the 00 of Hunty, and is actually trying to get 2 for 1. But that high side momentum will carry the 41 all the way down this front stretch, trying to go from P6 all the way up to P4. But yeah, that little wall where it juts on out like that, definitely deadly for some. That is a big no-no. You definitely don't want to hit that, because if you hit that, you are, well, going for a ride, but the 41 kind of proved me otherwise, calling me a liar, essentially.
We just hit lap 10 of 22.
10 of 22. We're already almost halfway done with stage 1 here. And I said this in the Saturday series, that you have a race that goes by super quickly. the with just 100 laps just on the board, even without stages like we saw in Saturday, the race only lasted like a little more than an hour. With stages, we're expected to be around 50 minutes because each stage cuts on out 3 whole laps of in-game time. So combine that with potential cautions, we're looking at about a 50-minute race. Very, very short. Canadian Tire, actually, I think is also going to be pretty short as well, now that I'm thinking about it. It's an 80-lap race, so a 40-lap is what we're going to be doing at our distance. But yeah, the 2, making a run from P6. He's definitely running a tighter setup because he is starting to come alive here in this juncture. That 2, going from P6, well, I guess let me rephrase that. P11 all the way up to P2 right now. He is moving forward right now. Everyone's still trying to catch that 18. That 18 is now getting a little loose, so definitely telegraphing to me that his car is definitely running one of the tighter setups because with everything going on, you have a variety of setups. So now, Gio, you were in this race on Saturday. What tweaks did you make to the race car in between Saturday in the Cup cars to tonight in the Cup cars?
I think I ran too loose of a preset, so I think trying to tighten it down a little bit is my goal.
Well, it looks
so
like
I could be better in long run.
Well, there we go. That means you're going to benefit greatly in Stage 3, as everyone will have to make a green flag stop no matter how you slice it. It's up to them on where and when they will want to do it. But we're seeing BS14 cars in the chat right now. Thank you so much for joining us, man. Always a pleasure to have everyone in coming on out and supporting these, I guess, modern racers, of course, with no stages. That's usually what we're doing here at MRL. But the Tuesday series is that opportunity in order to show what these guys can do in the short run here. Worscott definitely not having a good run right now. He is really, really loose right now. The 18, BS saying the 18 sucks. I don't know. He is definitely pulling away, though. With the 2, actually, it looks like from his onboard, it looks like he's starting to close in the gap because the 18 is starting to struggle. The 1 definitely starting to come alive right now. I know in post-race, the UK, who finished on the podium, ran a... sorry, he didn't finish on the podium. I know he did after the race, though. He said that he ran a preset 1. He finished on the podium on Sunday. I'm sorry, that was my fault for not clarifying that. But either way, though, people are starting to talk about no rear grip right now. That means those that are running a higher preset are really starting to struggle right now. I think that was the 17 of Mr. Excitement. Let's actually go on board with him for a hot second. Mr. Excitement complaining about having his rear tire starting to lose traction with the rest of the track, and you can actually see right now that he is definitely, well, he's starting to catch the 22 in front of him, but he's still holding steady here in P9, a very respectable P1. Oh, but there he goes right there. Major loose moment right there, and that actually may allow the 5 of Baseball Kid right behind him to actually close on in. He definitely just needs to hold on out for a little bit longer and get those adjustments in at the end of Stage 1. Meanwhile, Gio, looks like you left the 22 in the dust right now, and you're starting to close on in with the 41 and the 48.
I wouldn't quite say that I'm closing in on them. I'm maintaining my gap. I have pulled away from the 22 a little bit. Like I said, I think this was part of my strategy with the tighter preset that I chose. At the same time, I think I'd be doing better. It's just I'm not good by myself. I'm a lot better when I'm in traffic, surprisingly. So we'll see how it goes after the stage break. Speaking of, we will have 4 laps to go.
Oh, yeah, of course. Now, with that, The 2 and the 9 both have caught that 18. So the 18, I can just tell right now, running a lower preset, a looser preset, because he is all over the track right now. And that 2 and a 9 both are going to be battling with him probably by the end of turn 4. Diving on down to turn 3 goes the 9. He's going to try to get underneath the 2, but the 2 closes the door. The 2 and the 18 are going to be getting the traction. The 18 gets loose. He's going to be going down low. The 2 is going to be in his draft. He's going to try to make the move. The 18 blocks low. The 2 goes up high. And the 18 is going to dive it on in, but he's going to hit the rumble strips. He's going to upset the car a little bit, but the 2 will have the outside momentum, and he's still going to be alongside. That's exactly what he needs to do. Now the 9 is going to try to follow the 2, and that is a lead change right there. The 2 is now into the lead. He's going to try to get his first lap, but he misses the turn 3. The 18 goes back around. The 9 is going to get below the 2. The 2 has to give way. And with that, coming to the line, the 18 hits the wall. Oh, no. Got way too aggressive on the throttle. And because of that, the 2 now gets put into the lead here. The 9 of Cyber right behind. That is going to be a massive swing of momentum, because while the 18 had the short run speed, the 2 with the 9, it looks like the 00 behind, who's also going to pass the 18, has the long run speed. And that, even on a
White
20...
flag.
White flag this time?
Yes, sir.
All right, so 1 lap to go here in stage 2. What can the 9 do? Of course, this is his first race with us, and of course he wants to cement himself in the playoffs with a win, and if he can, a stage point, a playoff point, let me say, is up for grabs, plus just an extra stage point as well. Any points that you can get by just missing 1 race, you don't know if you can actually dig yourself out of that hole. You want to build yourself as big of a bucket as possible. If just use a little bit of the NBC lingo. With that, the 2 will get the stage win. The 9 P2, the 00 P3, the 18 P4. And actually, Gio, if you could do me a solid, could you take a picture of the top 10 in stage points, please?
Yeah, no problem.
For the results, please. Thank you. But yeah. All right, hang on 1 second. UK, are you up for a quick interview? So it looks like you had the long run pace there. But the 9 was definitely on your tail. Was the car feeling loose enough, or was it too tight? A little bit both. All right. Well, definitely. Well, I don't want to hold you up because you definitely want to hit double X there. But yeah, I will relay that back to the stream. Thank you. So with that, the 2 definitely feeling he felt too tight on the short run, but too loose on the long run. So he's going to try to get those adjustments in order to remedy that. Me personally, what I would do to start fixing that up is to either, depending on how loose you get, raise the left sides and lower the rights. But it looks like everyone kind of holds station right here for the stage break. And with that, we're going to be back green here. And this is going to be the shortest stint of the race. If the 18 can get back to as good of a lead as possible, he will actually win this stage again. So I'm sure that's what he's gunning for right now. But yeah, with that, the 11 cars are going to try to all go for a stage points. The 5 is going to be back into it, and he's actually going to look low on the 22 of Keith. But nothing there. The 2 makes contact with the 18, shoves him up the road. And that's going to allow the 9 of Cyber to just kind of walk away with the lead for right now. Ooh, 2 by 2 by 2 back here. Insane racing coming off of 4. Going into 1. Oh, for the final time, but the 5 hits the wall, jutting on out. And that really upsets the car. And with that, you have a lot of beating and banging coming off of 2. But the field very quickly is starting to spread on out. You can see from the front to back just how quickly it seems like one car kind of loses the draft, and then the 10th place car, oh, it was almost a snake right there about to slap the wall. The 2 really, really tight coming off of turn 4. But that 18, though, with that short run speed, is definitely doing his best to get back up there. The 00 trying to follow his in-game teammate. That is a Mopow 2-3-4 right now. Very dominating performance so far in this series. Of course, last week, they were not able to quite get the win, but they came super, super close. The two lowest competitors in that team is actually the 0-0 of Hunty and Monster, who are currently outside the playoff picture. But with these stage points and those that did not show up, like i.e. Xander, Meatwagon, in case you don't know the name, that is going to elevate them into the playoffs.
I think you missed the sick move I made on the 41 there. It was
I'll do it again. I wasn't watching.
it's a little too late. I'll put it on the fast lane highlights.
There we go. But actually, Gio, it looks like you definitely remedied your car a little bit. You're currently sitting top 5 right now, looking at the Mopow teammates 2-3-4 right there. Definitely, it looks like you are a little bit speedier.
Yeah, towards the end of the first stage, I started to get a little bit looser than I liked, so I made some adjustments to the car. We'll see how. I think it's going to be a lot better in the long run. Right now, I'm just trying to maintain my position and not do anything stupid. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh
like my goodness, that was a wicked entry from the 18 right there. That could have been bad. But the 18 held it, though, and actually was able to slot in behind his teammate of Hunty in front of UK right there. UK, though, stage 1 winner, falling back to P4. It looks like with his long-run car, he is looking to get the track position on the latter half of this run. Now, the 9, who is on right with the 2 right there, is currently still out in front. Like I said, with the stage only being 19 laps, these laps click on off quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Yes, sir. When we hit the line, we will be on lap 8 of 19.
Oh my goodness, yeah, we're already almost halfway done with this stage. But yeah, to kind of give a little bit of the point picture here, we have 2 drivers currently in the playoffs that are not with us. Of course, Justin Shackett, he's locked in. He needs to run, like I said, at least 3 more races in this regular season in order to cement his playoff picture. Then we also have Xander, RS Meatwagon, and MH that are not with us tonight. So those 2, by just not showing up, will naturally fall on out of the playoffs because Hunty and Monster are both racing right now and actually doing really well, might I add. So definitely something to keep an eye on out as the season progresses, because shoot, by the time this race is done and we move on to Canadian Tire, the playoffs are right around the corner. 5 more races. Oh, and it looks like we had a spin in the back. That was the 22 of Keith that was turned around by what I heard on the Discord was a 17, purely unintentional, but that puts the 22 of Keith, unfortunately, out of contention for this stage and actually right in front of Worst COD. So unfortunate from Keith right there, but we'll have to see how he progresses in this race. Of course, we also have a couple new competitors in this race as well. Baseball Kid as well. Mr. Excitement's going to get some good stage points. So all these guys definitely going to try to make a playoff run as the race progresses. As well as Cyber. Cyber started the series right there in the 9. Actually, we're going to be on board with him as we go for a bout with the lead. The 0-0 going to try to go low, showing that he wants that bottom. But the 9 is perfectly okay with running that top. And with that, the lead is changed. The 9's going to have the highest momentum. He's going to battle on back. But here in the flat 3 and 4, that should be the 0-0's position, and he will. He's going to sail it back in. Can the 9 undercut him? Going back around, going for the overcut right there. And the 9 will get back below the 0-0. And now they're going to be battling once again into 1 and 2. The 18 is going to be watching these two. Which line's going to prevail here? The 9's going to dive it on in. The 0-0 is going to give him plenty of space on the low side. But with that high side momentum, the 0-0 should get it done. And with that, the 9 slots on in behind. Very clean maneuver right there from the 0-0. showing that he has this pace. Oh, we have the 48. What happened to the 48 in the background? He spun. Oh, the 48. I think clipped the barrier. You know where the wall juts on out? If I saw it correctly, he clipped that right there. And much like where the wall juts on out on turns 1 and 2, it just spins you right around. Gio, do you have eyes on that?
He was behind me, but I wasn't looking. I just saw him spin. So I think you're right. I think he did catch that wall.
Of course, you want to use up as much of the track as possible. I use that as the joke, where as Hunty calls it, the boot on the backstretch. Definitely, it is one of those things that just kind of catches you off guard. Naturally, you don't want to utilize that little piece of track, but if it catches you off guard, you're hitting that outside wall quick, fast, and in a hurry. But as I was saying, the 9 of Cyber originally joined the series as a part-time driver, not really expecting to make the playoffs. But if he should get a win, I wonder if that notion is going to change. If he can actually get that W, of course, the playoffs of the regular season is far from done. He actually can qualify for the playoffs with that win. And as long as he races at least 3 more times in the regular season, congrats, you're in the playoffs. But it looks like the 00, who is currently outside the playoff picture right now, is in that transfer spot right now. So, and just to kind of talk about how tight the points grid is right now. Of course, after one race, you can always 4 to go. Thank you so much, Gio. Going into the whole playoff picture, it's very, very tight. We have Hunty. That is 3 points out. Monster 6 points out, and GTR Butters, who is not in the race as well. So that's something to keep an eye out for. 9 points out. But since Monster and Hunty are both outside the playoff picture, they are getting some good stage points right now with a potential stage win and P4. By the way, 369 is the relation to cut. Damn, she fine. So yeah. We have a potential change for P3 right there. We have the Monster trying to make it outside the 23 of Worst Guy, getting out of the way. He is a lap down. That car is just not up to spec right now. He is running at least...
Is it ever?
Well, I think he's running at least 2 horsepower, so... we'll have to see how that goes. But he will get the lucky dog, barring anything else from happening from his competitors around him. He'll get that lucky dog, so his race is not over yet. But yeah, coming to the line, this should be 2 to go, right?
White flag this time by.
I can never count my laps correctly. So white flag coming to the end of stage 2 this time. Now, like I said in the pre-race, this stage essentially marks the halfway point in this race. The third stage is going to be the longest run. If these guys are running loose setups, what I am doing is tightening up this car. You actually saw the 2 of UK take that boot there, and in the process gave the 18 a little bit of breathing space right here. It's going to be a drag race coming to the line, but the 2 with the high side momentum will get that spot. And with that, that is going to be 2, 3, and 4 right there with Gio, you getting P6. Now, that is a good stage points. And like I said, if I could have a picture of stage 2 results, please, that would be perfect.
Gotcha.
The 22 crossed the line. The 17 has already crossed the line, and that is officially the stage. So with that, some good stage points all around. Actually, if I'm counting my points correctly, it's actually a tie between UK and Hunty for most stage points with 17. They both finished P1 and P3 in their respective stages. So teammates who are both sitting right above that cut line and right below it getting equal points. So essentially it all comes down to the final stage here, of where they actually finish. to see where and who progresses into the playoff picture.
Ooh, a lead change under Pitts. Cyber takes the lead.
Oh, that is almost unheard of in this game. Cyber, though, actually, I don't know if you actually technically want the bottom. Now, Gio, I know this is a very high side moment, or low side, let me rephrase that, but on the opening run, I think I want the high side, personally.
Yeah, I think if you're not first, the high side's kind of the way to go.
That definitely the high side momentum definitely will carry that. Looks like the 23 already losing that lead draft, but yeah, look at them fan on out going into turn 3 right there. The 2 going up high, the 18 looking low. Oh, slammed that door shut on the 42, but the 2 hits the wall though. The 2 is going to lose so much momentum down this front stretch. That is not what you want to see, especially, oh, the 41 hits that wall again. Oh no. The 41, the second time in this race, hitting that wall going into turn 1.
The crossover the 2 just put on me was the cleanest thing I've ever seen.
That is the expertise. I don't know if you know, Gio, but UK, he's told me that he has won in his league racing career, which is coming up on almost a decade now. He has 18 total championships. So he is a very accomplished league racer, very accomplished driver, and he knows how to get it done.
Joe is crying right now.
Oof. In case anyone doesn't know, that is Joe, part-timer in MRL. You may know him from other leagues like Elite and FRL. Inside joke is what I'll say. If you know, you know. Anyway. So, yeah, with that being said, though, the 00, though, got the pass done on Cyber. Now, that puts him back in that clean air right there. But the race is far from done right now because, like I said, we saw on Sunday the 00 actually, or I guess the 15 is the car that he was driving, get the lead and actually win the race because of a pit road mistake. Who's to say the 00 now, tonight, will make the same mistake? Pit road is treacherous here, and if you mess up, if you spin, your race is over. You have one shot. This is the money stop for all of these guys, barring a caution, of course.
I don't know what the 5 did, but that was interesting. It actually kind of helped me a bit, but you want to talk about sending it.
The 5, a baseball kid, definitely rebounding from his stage 1 mistake, and that is currently slotting him into P7 right now. Jordan Jauja with that outside wall hit going into turn 1 puts him into P9 with P8 with Mr. Excitement himself being in P9, Keith P10, and Worscott P11. Yeah, Nathan, though, as well trying to move forward a little bit, hitting that wall. He actually was able to stop in and with the stream and call that he was hit that outside wall. Again, it happens sometimes. We saw it in the Light Series, we saw it in Cup, but yeah, the top 4 are really super close to each other right now. They are not letting each other out of their sights. The 00, in fact, actually, they're all in each other's draft. So, honestly, if I'm looking at the 18, all of this, he showed spectacular short-run speed. Use that to your advantage. If I'm the 18, I am the first one down pit road. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Meanwhile, if I am the 00, I guess the 48 is also another long-run card. The 9 of Cyber. I want to follow that 18. So it all depends on what everyone does, and that's the strategy behind the stages here. It's a total different mindset compared to those without stage. That's why some people prefer one opposed to the other. You have the stage racing, which essentially makes 3 separate races in and of itself, and we've seen the comers and goers. And right now, it seems that the cream has risen to the top. The 18 who showed that short run speed has now slightly fallen off the pace a little bit. And now it's the 00, the 9, and the 2's turn in order to shine.
When the leader hits the line, it'll be lap 57.
Nice. Oh wait, not nice.
Double, 12 more.
So with that though, it looks like we have a pack of 4 culminating in the top spot, as well as the battle for P5 right now. So the 00 leads that pack. The 48 actually just made the pass on you, Gio, right there. And that is actually another pack of 4 right there. So you have 2 packs of 4, and the 5's trying to get it done on the 41. Or actually, should I say the 41 trying to get it done on the 5 right there. He was in P8, now he's in P7. Excellent move. That is now going to set his sights on the his numerical neighbor in the 42 right there in front of him. As long as he doesn't hit the wall again. Though the 48 trying to, like I said, rebound from that stage 2 mistake of hitting the wall. You can see that the 48 has shown some speed. He didn't quite have the luck last night. Last night in the Monday Night Lights, he finishing P16 out of 19. Definitely not the race that he would have wanted, but it's the one that he has to accept. Still, though, he's sitting a mighty fine P7 in the standings. P6. Oh, I'm. Oh, we heard right there. That goes to 41 and 42.
41.
We're gonna bring out a yellow.
Yep, there it is. Is something all right?
What happened? If you don't mind me asking, what happened with that?
I think in that particular scenario, the 42 just caught too much of the rumble strips coming out of 2. I just saw him get loose, but yeah. Yeah.
Alright, so with that, yeah, it looks like we're hearing 2 separate mistakes going on right now. The 48 and the 41. So now this is pivotal though. If we're counting our laps correctly, these guys cannot make it to the end right now. Gio, am I correct in saying that? You guys cannot stretch it to the end? We'll get back to him later. So with that,
sorry, I thought I was not muted there. It's very close on fuel, I will say that much.
Oh, so it looks like just outside the fuel window for some. So we'll have to see if fuel strategy is going to be a factor here. But yeah, the field goes into turn 3 for what lap is it now?
64 when we hit the line.
Ooh, yeah. You guys are about 3 laps short then, because you go to 34 on fuel. Sorry, as soon as you click off, like, and get off pit road. So yeah, definitely really close on fuel. I can definitely see why. But yeah, we'll have to see how this race goes, because potential fuel saving may be a thing here now. The person that immediately strikes me as a fuel saver is actually a person that's not here. However, on the Cup race, pivotally, the 2 of Mopower Cat is one of the last drivers to get on pit road. So we'll have to see if he can save enough fuel in order to go out and just basically make this strategy work without having to pit again. However, that is tires allowing you to do that. Should tires allow you to uphold 38 laps of green flag racing, we'll have to see, because it's gonna be close. Looks like the 2 made a slight mistake. Bumps his teammate up the road a little bit. He immediately apologizes, so no harm, no foul there. 00 still leading. I don't think the 9. I don't think the 9's content with riding behind him. I think he wants that position. However, he just can't get around him. Oh, but the 5 and oh, that's gonna be another caution right there.
And now we're good to the end on fuel.
Now you guys are good to the fuel. All right, so with that, it looks like the 5 of baseball kid not having a good run. Just whatever he's doing, he's getting into the throttle way too soon. And it looked like because
I can tell you exactly. He went super high into turn 3, and I went low, and I thought I had cleared him off the exit of 4, and he was right at my quarter panel. So.
Oh, okay.
He's not going to be happy with me, but to be fair, I'm not quite happy with him at the moment. So.
Well, there we go. The 5. So that's what happened there. He bounced it off, and it looked like the 17 was just right there. And if he wasn't, that would have been the 5 that would have been best positioned himself. But yeah, the fuel strategy is out the window right now. So we'll have to see how this goes. It looked like Monster taking the lead right there. I don't know if that was 2 tires or if that was just straight up. Just teamwork in the pits. But yeah, that 18 is going to try to get the lead here on his 00 teammate. And with that, it looks like there was some more contact with the wall. The 17, the 23 clips the wall, and the 17 goes wide and collects 2 positions for the price of 1.
Lap 71.
Lap 71 right now. So yeah, fuel is very comfortable right now. If there's going to be any kind of issues, it's probably going to be the tires. But even then, I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. 3 wide here in the middle. That puts the 18. The 18 on the very top side, the 9 is going to back on out. The 41, though, is going to hold his place on the top side, but he's going to lose the most time, and that's going to be 3 wide yet again. Putting Gio in the middle of that, the 48 down low, but you guys hold it. Excellent job from that, and that's just going to allow the 00 to just pull on away because his competition... Oh, the 41 full sends it right there. That was way too aggressive on the brakes. And, yeah, because of that...
pulled over.
Yeah, he pulled over. That was not intentional. Very sportsmanlike by the 41 right there for just pulling off to the side. Very sportsmanlike from him. So, tip of the hat to him. He's going to... Oh, the 17 was almost spun right there. That was a good move. Apparently he hit the 5 bumper, and it just absolutely almost sent him. But he saved it, though. So, again, another heads-up moment from the 17 right there. I'm going to take a quick drink. Burning myself out.
You deserve it. You deserve it, Patton. It better be water, I hope.
I'm not going to comment what I was drinking, but... But anyway, so with that, everyone now starting to just kind of get slotted into where everyone is just very comfortable. Yeah, it seems like the 2 cautions came on out because of not so much aggressiveness, just a common mistake. With the first caution, it appeared it was maybe a little bit like thinking that, oh, you know what, I can probably goose it up in the middle of the corner and get that runoff, but hit the wall and it just destroyed everyone. And then after that, Gio was the one that made that mistake. That was not none of them was intentional by any stretch of the imagination. But yeah, the racing, though, been pretty good so far. With this final stage, you have, in this juncture, coming up on 25 to go for the race to be settled.
You hit it spot on, Patton. We hit the line. 25 to go.
Ah, there we go. I'm always like 1 or 2 laps off, but right there I was actually on the money. So with that, it's the 00 in the lead. The 00 of Hunty Wild, P2, belongs to Mopao Cat. However, the 9 of Cyber is going to try to get that spot. Let's actually go on board with that. And it looks like going into 3, the 2 has to give the 9 a little bit of space. And the 9 is going to goose it up in the middle of the corner. But the 2 is going to have the high side momentum coming off. And so with that, he should retain that position. Behind them is the 42 of Gio, the 48 of his teammate right behind. That's Agent Orange. Looks like
my team's subordinate.
The 5 of Baseball Kid lagged on out of this race. Oh no!
You hate to see that.
Well, that means everyone else is going to be guaranteed a top 10. So excellent job from that. But yeah, ooh, the 23 just not having a good race right there. But because of that, that actually elevates him into P10. Yes, Baseball Kid, we just saw that. That is super unfortunate. But hey, stage points are stage points. And at least there was only 11 cars in the field. Let's just say it like that, you know? There's a silver lining to everything. But yeah, I was just about to say, Baseball Kid was battling the 41 of Jordan Jauja and Monster, and that was going to be for P6 and 7. But now that elevates the 17 of Mr. Excitement into P8 with Keith P9 and Worst Cod rounding out the racing field in P10. The racing's far from done back here. The 18 trying to make the move on the 48 right here. We're going to be on board with that. But yeah, that is the 18 moving on past right now. Again, that pace coming clear. The 48 though is just not that car is just not agreeing with him right now. That's going to bring himself into the clutches of the 17, who's right behind, who's starting to dial in right now. We'll see if he can have it in that pace in the long run here. But yeah, that is super unfortunate from the 5, having a great run. But hey, stage points. That's why the results in the stages are so important. So with that, let's go back to the battle for the lead. The 00, like I said, still leads. And the 2 and the 9 are actually starting to close in that gap. So I don't know if the 00 has a slightly looser setup or a slightly shorter run car, but the 2 and the 9 are starting to dial it in and trying to get that pace. Baseball Kid is asking, does that still count as one race out of 4? Oh yeah. I mean, yeah, you still showed up. Yeah, you raced.
You just had to start.
Yeah. Anywho. So yeah, it looks like the top 3 have really separated themselves right now. P4, Geo, you're actually starting to fall into the clutches of P5 of...
yeah, my car's starting to not agree with me a little bit, so it's tough.
Take some Pepto. So with that, the 41 right behind, making that move on... You said yourself, not your words, not mine. You're subordinate of the 48, and now the 18 is going to make the move on the 18 or on the 48 or 42. Looking at too many numbers here. But that high side momentum proving to be very difficult to pass. Of course, as the tires start wearing more and more, it becomes harder and harder to pass. Of course, you can just throw it on in there on fresh tires, and if it sticks, then awesome, you're in for a ride. But if it doesn't, then it becomes incredibly hard to pass. In fact, actually, there goes the 18, trying to get that pass done. The 42 down there, plenty of space between each other. 41's going to follow the 18, thinking that is the way to go. But again, that high side momentum rolling right now. The 18 going to throw it on down in there. Very clean, though. And if that's how you send it into turn 1, that's how you do it right there. But at the price of your tires being just cooked, the more times you do it. So go back through the rest of the field, like I said. There's Worst Cod going in the middle of 1 and 2 right there. Keith, unfortunately, has fallen out of the lead pack, so that's P9 right there in Keith. But the battle for the lead really starting to heat up. The 2 and the 9 have fully caught the 00. The 2 showing the bottom a little bit, faking as if he was going to make the move. But I like what the 2's doing. He's slightly higher than the 00 here. That essentially makes the front stretch just a little bit longer. And you can see that ground that he's making. Oh, the 00 hits the wall. A potential move to the inside is what the 2's going to do. But he thinks better of it. He sees that the 00 is really hurting right now, and the 2 is going to try to get on down here. Look at this camera shot. You can see it all. The 00 is really starting to hurt for long run pace. The 2 potentially going to look on down. Nope. Again, he just is perfectly content with just riding. The 9, though, sends it on down and puts the 2 really close. Oh, the 9 had to back on out of it. That could have been bad. What's the 23 at worst cod going to do here going to the turn? Oh, that's got to be nerve-wracking for some of these guys. With that, the 00 holds the lead for another lap, but you can tell right now that that car is not what it used to be. To the top side goes the 2. The 00 is going to have the preferred bottom line here in turn 3. Going to wash up the track a little bit, but no contact was being made. And with that, the 2 is going to get that high side momentum. But 3 wide here on the front stretch. Who's going to back on out here? The 2 is actually going to be the one that backs out simultaneously with the 9. And the 00 was the one who had the bigger cojones in order to throw it on down in there, and he retains the lead.
I'll tell you what, the part where my car is supposed to be good on the long run, that's happening.
You're like asking, it's like, okay, when's it coming? Like, I'm waiting for it.
Yeah. I'm starting to feel good. We'll see. We have a nice little pack of 3 here. We'll see if these guys keep battling, if we can maybe catch them. Speaking of, we are on lap 89 now.
Lap 89? Oh, wow, we're almost to this race then. 12 to go here at this. Like I said, it's just clicking off right now. After these stages and the cautions, it's really starting to click off these lap times. Coming to 11 to go here as we go into the lap 90. You can actually see that let's actually go on board with that battle, because that battle is going to be something that's going to be heating up for the remaining 11 laps here. Now, all of these drivers here, a win and you're in. The 00 has it. Everyone else wants it, and I guess barring a caution, it's going to be one of these 2. Oh, the 2 full sent it. A little bit of contact to the 00. I think that was straight up just like, hey, okay, I'm sick and tired of waiting behind you. Didn't quite move him out of the way, but the 2 now has that position. The 00 goes from P1 all the way to P3. Look at that move. That gassing up by the 9 right there. What a move by the 9 of Cyber. But the 2 with the high side momentum comes on back and takes the lead right there. If I'm the 2, if I'm the 00, I cannot give that bottom side to the 9, because what stops you from him just not stopping? That was a power move, what the 9 did. Now, did he play his hand too quickly, showing that he does have a little bit of tire left compared to his competitors? Did he reveal that ace up his sleeve way too soon? He's the bomb is being constantly given to him, but not quite the drive off that he wants. And actually, that's going to give the 00 that high side going into turn 3. The 9 is going to really toss it in there. What a line by the 00. He's going to really get that momentum and that drive off of 4. Now, what can he do? Oh, I think he is just too loose in order to really make it work. Unfortunately, the 00, not the car that he wanted right now. The 18 is saying, guys, keep battling up there. I'm closing in. Right behind them, the 41 and the 42. Looks like that pack is really starting to thin on out right now. But yeah, that battle right here is for the lead. The bumper to the back of the 2 for the 9. He's knocking on heaven's door right now and trying to get his way into the playoffs. The 2 definitely has to be guarding that bottom side with the 9 acting so much in tune with how he wants to run that line. The 23 spins. Oh, he's going to collect the leaders. Oh, no.
Caution's out. Luckily for everyone involved in that battle for the lead, the caution kept them in the top 3 spots. So, nobody...
And another really worst COD caution. All right.
Every week.
So with that, it's game on now. That is not what the 2 wanted. That's not what the 9 wanted. The 00, if anyone, it was probably the one that he wanted, because now I am loosening this car up. You are going 4 broke at this point. If you are running a tight setup, you are going as loose as what you can allow. No one decided to take strategy here. The 2 retains the lead, the 9P2. We're going to be on board with the 2 going into this restart. From a front to back cam, it's going to be a green, white checkered. Oh, 3 to go. All right, never mind. So 3 to go here. Oh, the 2 super aggressive. That's going to give the bottom to the 9. That has been his cream right there going into that, and that's actually because of fresh tires. He's actually going to hold that bottom. The 9 is going to be able to go all the way and send it into turn 3. The 2 of UK, Mo Power Cat, is going to try to get that high side momentum, but coming off of 4, oh my goodness, a little bit of contact between himself and the 9, and with that, 2 to go here, ladies and gentlemen. Who is going to full send it in here? Right now, everyone's showing a lot of respect to one another and not in giving each other plenty of room with plenty of racing to go. The 2 of Mo Power Cat trying to get a win and lock himself into the playoffs. Here in 3 and 4, the 00, what can he do? Very, very close between himself and the 9. They're coming off of 4. The 18 right behind, trying to get it done. One more flag to go. The 18 throwing it on down. A little bit of contact being made between the 9 and the rumble strip. And I'm looking in the back. Bumper to the back of the 48. The 42. You of Geo are trying to get it done. But all UK has to do is go through 3 and 4 very, very smoothly. The 00 closes the gap, but he's going to run out of time. Going to the flag. The 2, Mo Power Cat from last to first, will get it done here at Gateway. And the Hurricane gone past the line. Whew.
In first place, you have Mo Power Cat. In second place, you have the 00 of Hunty Wild. Third place, the 9 of Cyber. Fourth place, the 18. Fifth place, the 41. Sixth place, the 42. Seventh place, the 48. Thanks for coming out, folks. Now to your post-race interviews.
All right, so with that, let's get these guys up in here. Gio, thank you so much for being our in-race reporter tonight. I know it's not quite the race that you wanted, but it's the race that unfortunately you had to live with.
Yeah, I hate Gateway, so I'll take 6th.
Well, I'm glad. So essentially, what I'm hearing then is, you're glad to say goodbye to Gateway and hello
Yes,
to
sir.
Canadian Tire.
Yes, sir.
All right, Hunty,
Yes,
and
sir.
then, oh, it's Monster actually, not Cyber. So, it's a good thing.
No, I thought Cyber got 3rd.
Nope, Monster. Oh no, Cyber did get P3. Okay, but you're right. You're right. I was looking at the second picture that someone sent in the chat, and it looked like a Monster there. My bad. All right, so with that, boom. All right, so yeah, to go through the full results right now. That was Mo Power Cat in P1, Hunty P2, Cyber P3, Monster P4, Jordan Jaja P5, Geo P6, Nathan Agent Orange P7, Mr. Excitement in his debut race finishing P8, finishing actually side by side with Agent Orange right there, and Keith P9, Worst COD completes the running order in P10 with Baseball Kid finishing P11. So with that, we have our top 3. We're still waiting on, there he is, for UK to join, and there we are right there. And with that, we have a potential well, new record, not potential. We do have a record. The first time that we have four different race winners in MRL. Congrats, guys.
Hell yeah.
Wow. Well, I'm about to say, yeah, I was waiting for the excitement, but I guess no one wanted to say anything. So, yeah, with that, let's go into our P3 contender here. I'll have to go to Chase Elliott for that. Of course, with different numbers with a new series, you have to get used to that. So, Cyber, how you doing today, boss?
Doing well, doing well.
You had a phenomenal battle between yourself and you. Going to be one of you two not to come on out. But with it coming on out, the double zero was able to snub you for P2 there. It seemed like the car favored the long run. How did the car feel underneath you?
I really fared a lot big in the long run. I mean, not even with adjustments, it was actually good to the end of the stage one, stage two. I feel like I was in like the distance of Hunty, but it was just clean air, all king for that one. And then stage three was just all out. Just the few cautions that happened didn't really change that much of the car. It was still fast, even on short and long run pick case.
All right. Well, with that, at one point, you were actually leading this race, and I was actually talking in the broadcast saying that you're racing a part-time schedule, and not really anticipating making a playoff run, but a potential with a win and you're in. Does that kind of change the aspect here going moving forward?
Since I've had quite the return back to the MRL Cup shootout thing, it's really changed my denominator of what I want to do now, and I think, and I'm gonna announce this to you now, since I was gonna DM it to you some point later today. I'm switching to full-time challenger.
Well, there we go. That was season zero cup winner, champion, I guess, and I guess also winner. Cyber gonna be making a full time run in challenger, so that's just another person that will be battling to get into the playoffs. Of course. Like I said, and I cannot stress this enough. Four races minimum in order to make the playoffs, a playoff run, and definitely some of these guys are knocking some big hitters. So with that, congrats, Cyber. P3 on your first race in Challenger. Canadian Tires next week. Well, I guess next week for all the races. Looking forward to it.
Yep,
Oh,
always improving on road courses. Looking forward to it.
well, I know another person that's really looking forward to Canadian Tires. Our P2 finisher. I have to go to Starcom, probably one of the last times I can actually do it. I almost went to Bobby Carter because I know you love Bobby Carter. Um, but yeah, you have a, a big resume on road courses, so I know you're not going to be a stranger to Victory Circle at some point next week. But Hunty, it looked like you almost had it done, but you didn't quite have as good of a long run car as your competitors around you.
Yeah, it wasn't when they like when once they caught me, I started getting pretty loose, but like when they were catching me like just a tad, they felt like my car was still okay. I guess I didn't really have as much grip on exit as they did. Or also it was just a draft, I'm not sure.
Well, I've also said many times that despite this feeling like a short track gateway, with only being a mile and a quarter around, the draft is very, very potent around here, and it is still a very much a real aspect of racing. But yeah, like I said, this is your second race with Challenger and with some of your nearest competitors like Xander, GTR Butters not being able to race. That naturally elevates you currently up into the playoff running. Definitely something that you want to hold here, but of course a win and you're in. Do you think you can get it done next week at Canadian Tire?
I hope so.
That's probably the most modest answer I've heard because the entire field knows. In fact, there's actually a a little bit of a bet going on amongst the garage, saying over under on how much of a lead you're going to have in winning one of the races, because that all came about at Watkins Glen where he won by half a track. So um, we'll have to see how that goes. But yeah, Hunty, P2 tonight though, solid points all around. And in terms of stage points, you actually were tied with our race winner. So excellent job there.
Hell yeah!
Hell yeah. And
Look
actually,
at those leaderboards, Patton. Look at
uh,
them.
I will actually after that, but after this, but we'll have to see. But yeah, and speaking of our race winner, we have to go to Keselowski. Recently announced that he is with Roush, and actually the car livery or skin is being revealed today. So that was definitely looked different. But yeah, we have a new winner in this series, and that is UK getting it done here after finishing on the podium on Sunday. So it seems like you not quite. It was not like a redemption, but you definitely did the last to first challenge, and it worked out in your favor.
Yeah, the first stage that was really fun passing everybody.
Oh, I'm sure. It seemed like Monster had a bit of a shorter run car. Still, he was able to finish P4, so solid stage points for him. But yeah, you definitely had a long run car. Like, did you feel like with that late race yellow that you're going to be at disadvantage with having a car that's naturally set up for the long runs?
Oh yeah, I changed the whole setup on that last caution.
Oh, if you don't mind me asking, how loose did you make it? Like
Well,
scale of like 1 to like I'm spinning out.
well, considering we only had 3 laps, it felt pretty good. So it was probably like a 3.
Okay. Um,
I
well,
put it down to 48.
oof. Wow. So that's
But it
two.
was for 3 laps.
Well, yeah, for 3 laps, I guess. Yeah. But still, excellent job though. That actually puts you into the inaugural Challenger Series playoffs. So you're going to be joining Justin Shackett for sure into that playoffs. And like I said, with only the top 8 advancing, it's very important for a win and you're in, especially in the 7 week regular season.
Yes, we only had 7 weeks, and I believe I was eighth going into this race. And
Yes,
with
you were on that cut line.
Xander missing the race, I was thinking this is a must win.
Well, and you were actually able to get it done, so you can move into Canadian Tire with a little bit of rest and relaxation type of feel that you're going to have here. Now, of course, you want to add to your bucket by getting stage points and playoff points as well, because, of course, as we move into the playoffs, so you finish in the regular season, that's just more playoff points to help you move through the rounds, which are only one race each. We go to the round of 8, and then 2 are eliminated after one race, and then the round of 6, and 2 are eliminated. Canadian Tire, what are your expectations for it?
Um, to make it there.
To at least have the hauler show and cross the border and show up. Gotcha.
Yeah,
So,
I have to get my shit transport. So I mean, we'll see how that works.
I'll call my buddy and we'll drive it up there ourselves.
Uh,
So with that. With that, guys,
it was nice moving the double zero out of my way a little bit towards the end of that race too.
oh yeah we actually caught that live. It seemed like you were basically got fed up with riding behind him, and eventually you just gave him the Dale Earnhardt. Okay, now you're gone, type of feel. So of course it was like it wasn't like straight up like dumping him. Of course it was just like okay, now you get out of the way. Um,
I wanted to say in the race, like, that was like lap 90, so I was like, UK, if this was Xfinity, I would have won.
yeah. And I was talking about the entire time about like, oh yeah, green flag pit stops are going to be so huge, and that caution came on out at the right time because fuel mileage was going to be a major concern. So with that, we are going to be done. I'm looking at the times now. Congrats on getting the daily as well as the weekly. Well, I guess not the weekly. I lied about that, but the daily though. Great job there, guys. Kicking butt here in MRL. You guys, congrats on that. So, any final thoughts before we close out for the night?
Hell yeah.
UK cheated for P1.
All right, well, disqualified. All right, failed post race inspection. So with that, we are going to close on out for the race week here in MRL Gateway. We say goodbye and we say hello to Canadian Tire. Congrats to
We do
the
not say
fourth.
hello to Canadian Tire.
Well, some are saying hello to Canadian Tire, but yeah, some are welcoming it with open arms, and some are just like, no, let's just move on to Phoenix. So
That's
with,
not much better.
well, and Xfinity is going to be interesting because of just the tire wear. So we'll have to. Oh, sorry, not Phoenix. It's Richmond. I lied. Still though,
That's even worse.
Phoenix is the week after. I lied. Um, but
Stay
yeah,
there.
with that though, four different race winners. The first time that's ever happened in the race week. So congrats to everyone. Saturday was Mayo. Sunday Hunty. Monday was uh, Monday was Xander. Sorry, I had to think about that for a second. And tonight was UK. So congrats, guys. We are going to see you guys at Canadian Tire. And with that, we're going to sign on out. Have a good night, everyone. This has been Private Patton, letting you know. Peace.